So, I know that most jobs are not hiring and the job market is trash, but to witness it firsthand is just like kind of wild to see. I had a while ago had signed up for this warehouse position, mainly because it was closer to my home at the time, right? And so when I get there, keep in mind this company, they put out an ad saying, and this is a really famous company, right? It's not like something you never heard of before, but I'm not going to say the name of it. You guys probably already know. And when I get there, there's about 8 or 9 of us in the waiting room, right? So a lot of people signed up to you to be, a helper, a driver, a picker, regular warehouse positions. And so we all get in there and there's about 2 managers sitting at the table, right? And it's about 8 or 9 of us. Now, there was an older guy who I guess he was a retired, a veteran. Most of the they were kids, I guess, they had just got out of high school. Some of them had just, got out of college, graduated from high school or college or whatever. And so, most of them were, they were not working. Some of them were doing, DoorDash, just to make ends meet. And so the manager asked us all these questions. Oh, how come you want to work here? What were you doing at your last job? And, what are your strengths? What is your weaknesses? And everybody's resume was way better than mine. I have the skills to move fast and what, but they had the resume to back it up. So, they seen our resume, they got our, card, or, our social security number and all that good stuff. And at the end, the 2 ladies, she's like, okay, guys, well, how available are you guys? And that's when it got interesting. Most of the kids were like, well, I'm not working right now. I'm unemployed because I just got out of college, out of school. So hoping I could, work here, learn some new stuff. And after everybody explained the reason why, they were all good reasons why they wanted to work there. But at the end of the whole interview, right, she's like, well, I know it says that we are urgently hiring for drivers and helpers, but, at this point, most of you are unemployed. So I don't know if we'll be able to, handle with all that. And I know most of you are just now getting out of school and college, and, we're just not really, trying to hire that many people at the moment. And I'm sitting there, and she said that when she said that, everyone else kind of looked at each other like, well, what was the point of scheduling this huge interview with everybody? It wasn't like they brought people one by one into office. So we were all at a table. We were interviewing all of us at the same time, basically. And so everyone's kind of like, okay. And this one girl who was sitting to my right, she was all like, well, I applied to 25 jobs on Indeed, and, I'm just hoping if I could at least do part-time or, seasonal or whatever, that's fine. And the lady's like, yeah, I understand, it's hard to find jobs, but at this moment, we're not trying to hire that many people. We want someone who's, she tried to use an excuse as to why they don't really hire the people who are unemployed, They want to hire someone who's actively working. But here's the thing. If someone's actively working, has another job, they're busy with that job. Of course, person who, showed up to the interview, the person who applied is more than likely not exactly employed at the moment. So that's such a odd thing. And the retired veteran that I had mentioned, he had been doing DoorDash, Uber Eats, he's doing all those delivery jobs. And she was like, well, you are delivering right now. So I know your schedule might not align, you might be busy with that. I know doing all that driving back and forth and delivering is, very time consuming, but we'll see, we're going to, and just see, what we can do. And it's like, well, oh yeah, you gotta have a side hustle. Some of the side hustle is the reason why. And keep in mind, yes, that guy's schedule might be busy because he's going DoorDash to make ends meet, but guarantee you, if he's gonna get hired here, he's gonna put that DoorDash stuff behind him. That's still always gonna be a side hustle. He's gonna I guess she tried to make it seem like, oh, well, he might not be on time here if you're going DoorDash. I'm like, well, no shit, I don't got the job yet. If he gets hired at this warehouse, then of course we're going to be, of course he's not going to do the DoorDash. Like, so we all got the same message, right? Like, hey, confirm if you're coming to the interview or not, and then I think like in the next day, I got it, and this email was sent to everyone, where it said, hey, we appreciate you coming through, but, we've decided to, move on to other, applicants or whatever. But then in that same day, they still close it as like, hey, we're urgently hiring for drivers and helpers and movers and all that. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck? What was the point of the interview? It's like, I don't know, these jobs, they say they're hiring and then they just don't. And then today I went to go look at it, see if the ad is still there. The ad is no longer available. I can't find it. So maybe they found someone, or maybe they didn't, or maybe so many people applied they just took it off, which is probably the more likely reason. But I'm curious, have you guys ever experienced something like this where, they say, oh, we're urgently hiring, you should apply right now, and then they tell you no, or they give you like a really like crazy reason as to why they're not hiring at the moment. Like they're hiring, but then they're not hiring,
Keep it smooth, I keep it fly, working at the retail